Aziz Khan with you. Basically, someone sent me a message and he asked about that how we can do a tidal wave calculation in path loss. He has a link, as you can see this. It's in the Pacific Ocean somewhere near the region is in the, you can say, within the seas, this French Polynesia. So maybe beautiful place, sunshine place, but you can say not very ideal for microwave links, but that's not a big problem. So you can see the area is inside the sea, I mean. So he just wanted to know that how we can do the tidal wave calculation. So I asked him the coordinates and I thought to make a small link and do this for him so that he can see. I have already made some similar videos, but every link has its own good or bad that we can discuss, and then we can see that how much our, because this path loss is also a kind of, you can make approximations, some kind of guesses based on some pure mathematics. So let's go in this link. I have taken almost similar data. What he has in his link, he was using this antenna. I used the same antenna that he's using, 1.8 meter, so that there is no difference. But the radio, I was not able to find his radio. He was using from, I think, from Aviat. These are from some other vendor, but the main thing is that it's a 7 gigahertz radio and it's having a 56 megahertz channel. So I took the same. So I try to take everything almost the same as he was taking, so that when he will be looking at it, he will be feeling that it's almost similar kind of thing. So from the link, we can see that the main, if we go to very high modulation, then the link has 99.55. And even for the 4096, it's not, it may not be able to work on 4096, because if we see here, so the threshold is very low, and there is almost no fade margin, only 8 dB. So because of this, the 4096 is almost impossible to attain. It will remain in 2048, like 472 Mbps for most of the time, 99.55%. And as a worst case, for a few minutes, it will go in 72 Mbps as well. So this is kind of link performance, but as we can see from this terrain, this is a sea in between. This is one side. The other side is a bit high, which is a good thing. That's why I say that every link has some kind of good or bad. So the link is with the sea, but one side is a kind of mountain. It's very high, 500 meters. So this thing, it gives this link a natural good performance. I mean, some kind of its performance should be much better than if this site was also very low. If this site was also very low, then this link may not be working almost. So, but let's go to the main problem that we have to, just to show you. I mean, he has put two antennas, 26, 16, 32, 22. So I take it the same. I have not changed anything. And at the last, I will try to change some values and we will see that if it helps anything or not. But currently I am taking all of his values so that whatever he has already implemented or he has planned, so we will go by that. So if basically this is a link where there's a big water body in between. It's a very long link, 58 kilometer. It's being planned in 7 gigahertz. So 58 is in itself, it's a long link. I mean, it's not a very small link. So 7 gigahertz is fine. You have to be on very low frequency as much as possible. So frequency selection seems to be okay. And now he was interested only to know that how we can do the tidal, because in the sea area the tides go up and down between different times and dates. So let's just see what is the way how to calculate tidal wave calculation in path loss. So basically, when we are doing tidal wave, we have to do it using reflective plane. We have to use this surface as a reflective plane, because tidal in the tidal reflective plane goes up and down. Basically, that's why it's not a ray tracing; it's a reflective plane. And this first one was made. I just remove it for a while. So generally, these are the parameter options, that what you want to do basically. Like if you want to do a space diversity planning, then you can do the same from the same place. So you do the site 1 antenna height and site 2 antenna height, and then you calculate it. But because that is not our requirement, but you can see the effect of Earth radius factor also, and the effect of frequency, and the last one is tidal variation. So here you can see that what kind of effect a variation of tides will do. And if you have the low tide and the high tide values, that were, for example, when the low tide happens, how much it is from the normal, from the average tide value, and when the high tide happens, how much it is from the normal. So you have to know the average value, and you have to know the highest and the lowest in your area. If you are not very sure, you can leave it with the default values. And first thing that we have to do is that we have to do it between TR and TR, the transmit main transmit radio, and the main transmit, I mean transmit and transmit. Or you can say that as, let me show you just to make you, like we have, you can see that we have two antennas. One is called the TR and one is called the DR. So this, you can say the main antenna, this is diversity antenna, or whatever you want to call it. So first we have to make a calculation between the main antennas, and then we have to make a calculation between one main and one diversity, because this is how it will generally work. That uh, for example, you are sending from here, from the main, and receiving on the main, but when the tidal value reaches on some specific point, when your main is affected, then you should switch to diversity antenna. So that is something that we have to see. So our calculation will be between the main and the main, then the main and the diversity, and then the main on this side, side B, and diversity on the other side. So let's go back. So as I told you, first we will do this between the main and the main. Um, this polarization is not very important here. We can do in horizontal or vertical, because on the link they are using both polarizations. They are using a cross polarization link. So that's why we can do it on anyone. It should be almost similar, not very much different. So first we have to calculate, and we have to try to understand that what does this mean. So I will calculate it. So here what it is saying, this left hand side is relative receive signal, and this is tidal variation. You can see tidal variation goes from 0 to -10 and 0 to +10, and this value goes from almost plus, we can try to call it 5, or you can call it 4, that's not a big problem, but from 5 to -12. So for example, when the tidal is on almost -9.5 meter, or minus almost -5.5, or -2 point something, or almost average the 0 and then 3.5 and almost 7. At all these points, you have a kind of null. Your signal is going -12 below your normal signal. So you're getting a fade of 12 dB. And but at some times it's getting a kind of higher signal of +4 dB. So, but what we have to do with it, I mean, so we have to see, or what we have to plan is that on these points here, at this point, when a null is happening on your main, then we just have to see that what is the situation on the diversity antenna. So I will add one from TR to DR here. I will make a calculation number 2. So this will come at here and I will say okay, calculate. Okay, the TRDR, it has not calculated it. 26, 32. Okay, there seems to be some problem. Let me delete these and let me create it again. Okay, number one is TR to TR. Okay, calculate. It's 26 to 32. Fine. Now let me calculate TR to DR as number 2. Why it is TR to DR. Okay. Okay. I don't know why it did whatever it did last time. But now if you see that this one thing more, I mean, this is maybe some small bug in this version. Basically, what I'm seeing is that both of these are in black color. But here, if you see, one is in red color, one is in blue, one is in third one will come as green, fourth as a black. Generally, it changes the color also so that you can see that which one is which one. But now, because of some reason, it is not changing the color. So hopefully the path loss team will know that there is some small issue in this module and hopefully they will correct it. But as we have seen it, I mean, this was the first one, main to main. Now you see when this null is coming of -12, at the same time, this one is almost on the top. This is getting the highest value. So when the main to main is getting a lower value, the main to diversity is getting a 16 dB higher value from this. So it means that the antenna heights that you have put for main and diversity, they are quite fine. I mean, they are not in any bad shape. Let's make the third one as well from this 200 site diversity to this transmit so that we know that when the main to main is not working, we know that one main to one diversity is working fine, but the other main to other diversity, we also have to see that. I will make it number 3. So -7, so almost -8. Again, it did not calculated it. There is some kind of I will say some kind of bug in it. It used to be working fine. I'm not a very regular user, but okay. Now the third one has come. So this is the third one. So we see here this one when this is on -7, this is almost here, and this one is almost here. So I hope you get my point that when we have a null on this, at that time we have a very high value on the main to diversity. And when the main to main will go down, kind of go down, I mean it will go 12 dB down than normal, the main to diversity will be receiving a very high value. So if your radio is intelligent, it's very fast, so it will switch. It will switch to the diversity antenna and it will receive a good signal at that time. So your antenna heights are very fine. From here, what you can do generally, as I told you, that these are in different colors, and because of any reason the color is not coming fine. But this is the program issue. It was not like that. Usually it was working fine, but hopefully it will become better in some next upgrade. But let me give you some idea that once you calculate these in different colors, then one thing you can do is that you can copy it from here and you can paste it on some report, or you can, if you, okay, this is having some issue. Okay, I feel that this, it has gone and not responding. Okay. So this module in this version, this is having some issue. Hopefully, path loss team will identify it and they will correct it. Usually, they are good in it. They correct their things very fast. It used to be working fine. I have used it before as well, but as you could see that it was already giving me some problem. I clicked on this copy and then it has gone. Let me try to restart it. Hmm. Okay. So it was closed automatically. But as I had showed you, I mean that we go through reflective plane, we make these one by one, TR to TR and then TR to DR. And then I was telling you that from this you can copy it, but I will not click it now. From this print, you can, it will create a file where it will paste this, whatever it has made already. So you can use this in your report if you want. This is giving you the same picture. You can use it anywhere else. And apart from this, you can use some different parameters if you know that your antenna beam width is a bit different, or if you're using any antenna down tilt for any reason, extra down tilt, then you can put these values here. And hopefully this should be a good option for you, and you should have got some idea that how the tidal waves are used in path loss, how you calculate these, and then how you see that if your links is working fine. As I had told you, I will try to change it somehow and will try to show you. Let me go to the manual thing and let me okay, this side is 30. Let me take it to 30, the maximum value, and this side is 50. So let me take it to 50 to the maximum value. It's just to give you some idea that you can try with some variations, because when you increase the distance between the antennas, if it is possible, then it gives you some good numbers on the link as well. Let's see if our link has got anything good. So if you see here, it was 99.5, it has become 99.8 now. So the link has significantly improved when you increase the height between the antennas. But we have to see that if our tidal waves are fine or it has given some problem to that. So when you don't define a reflective plane, then it asks you to do it, and you just have to calculate and say okay. Then we'll go to analyze reflective plane, and again I will use tidal variation. I will first check from TR to TR, calculate. So we can see it's a bit changed now because the antenna heights are changed. It was on -7 here initially. Now the null is coming on almost -8, and it was -12, but it had gone a bit higher. But that's not a problem. Let's see for the second one. Ah, so we can see that now the diversity and the main, they are going to the null at the same time. So it means that whatever we were trying to get from increasing the antenna height is not beneficial. So let me change it a bit. At least on this side it was 26, and I had made it 50. Let me take it a bit down, 40, make it 40. Now let us see. It will again ask me to calculate. Okay, and let me do it again. So this is basically you do it, and then okay, I did the TRDR first, no issue. So -8. Let me make the TRTR first. Or no issue, let me make it second. It is not a big issue. It don't came, like previous time. It is not coming. Okay, now it has come. So we can see that still we have not a very bad value. It's fine when it is down. The other one is on a good number. Let's change it, make a third one. Because it is not giving the coloring, this is also a bit, I mean, I am having to guess, I mean, that which one is which one. Usually, previously it was giving colors to every different one, as you can see here, red, blue, green, and black. But now, because of any reason, the color is gone. But I hope the color will come back. But let's make the third. The third one is again not coming first. Let me try once more. Okay, now the third one seems to be this one. And when this is low, then this is also quite low. So now what there does this mean? Because the coloring is not there, so I will have to make some kind of guesses here. But uh, what it looks is that that one when the main and the main are, I think this is the main and the main. So when the main and the main is low, then these two are high. Now, first time, I mean, I'm having an issue and I'm not able to fully diagnose it because, if this black is the main to main, then these antenna heights that we have calculated right now, they are fine because when this is on a null, both of these are quite high. You can see this one and then it is the same here. Let me try to remove it somehow. Main to main was this 30 to 40. It was number one. Okay, no, this one was not main to main. But these two it's saying as same. Let me remove all of these once again and let me create it one more time. Again, basically it don't work like that. It works fine, but I feel that there is some issue in this version. Okay, we can see that this is the main to main. Okay, 30 and height 1 is 30, height 2 is 40. And this is here. Okay. So let us change it to main and then diversity on the other side, make it number 2, calculate it. So this is main, this is one diversity. So when this is low, this is quite high. When this is low, this is quite high. So we can see that when one is low, the other is quite high. So now we have to check. So I have to calculate this. This one is the main, which has a null near this 9.5. I have to be careful about this one. This is my main to main, and this is diversity. So let me change it to diversity to main. I mean reversing the side and make it number 3. Again, you see it did not showed up and it has not changed the values. Okay, let me change it myself. 30. It it has changed these values as well. One was from 30 to 40 and it has removed that completely. Okay, I think that at least we have got the main idea. Now, why it is behaving in a different way? I like you see here, it is now putting it everything fine. I calculated. It has written everything fine here. When I go to number 2 and when I ask to change it from TR to DR, 30 to 22. Okay, 30 to 40, then 30 to 22. Okay, this was the first one. I go to the third one. Ask you to change to DR to DR. Okay, 16 to 40, right? Okay, now it has shown us fine. So now as you can see, this one is the main to main, the first one. And whenever we have a low here, a null here, the other two are fine. I mean, a null here, these are fine. A null here, and these are fine. A null here, these are on the best part. A null here, these are great. A null here, and these are great. So and like for example for this place you can see like if the tide is on 7, so all are on the same place. So generally this kind of pattern tells us that this link will be fine. I mean, it will not be very bad in tidal situations. And I am quite sure, let me go to the transmission analysis. You see, still we are a bit better. Initially it was 99.5. Now we are on 99.64 because I have increased some distance between the antenna. One is here 3016 and here it is 2240. So now I hope you should have learned it. The way for tidal calculation is that you may start with the highest possible difference between the two antennas because you need to achieve a highest possible difference whichever is possible, and then you have to see the wave pattern as we witnessed here in specular reflections using reflective plane. And if it is giving you anything, because it's more on your own judgment, how do you judge it? So like if you can see here, a null is giving a good signal on the diversity path. So this is generally acceptable kind of thing, that okay, once you have a null, then at the same time you have a high signal on the diversity path, so that your switching mechanism can effectively switch to the right signal. It can always try to get the best signal out of whatever it's received to it. So hopefully you should have learned from it, but just remember that this is something that you have to do and try. It's not something which we can say that which is quite straightforward. It's not that you just put some values and you just say, oh, I put some values and these are working. No, you have to change the antenna heights, do it again, change the heights, do it again. And once you feel that this is fine, then you say, okay, now I'm fine, I will go with it. So I hope this video should have give you a good knowledge about the tidal variation calculation. So let's meet in some other video. See you. Goodbye.